Did you know that the small orange box sitting quietly in your kitchen might hold more healing power than you ever imagined? I'm not talking about some new supplement or expensive medication. I'm talking about something your grandparents probably used, something that costs less than $1, baking soda. You've likely used it to freshen up your fridge, maybe in baking cookies or to scrub a sink. But what if I told you this simple white powder could help soothe your heartburn, ease your joint pain, support your kidneys, and even play a role in ongoing cancer research? That's right. For generations, baking soda has been a trusted remedy for dozens of everyday problems. And now, science is catching up with what many of our elders have always known, that sometimes the most powerful solutions are the simplest ones. In today's video, we're going to explore the surprising health benefits of baking soda. I'll walk you through how it works, when to use it, and just as importantly, when not to. And I'll share one powerful use that even most doctors don't talk about, a tip you won't want to miss. So grab a warm drink, get comfortable, and let's rediscover this humble miracle together. 1. A gift from nature. Baking soda, also known by its scientific name, sodium bicarbonate, is more than just a common pantry item. It is a naturally occurring mineral that comes from deep within the earth, formed over thousands of years. In its raw form, it is called nacalite, and it can be found in places like California, Colorado, Kenya, and Mexico. Long before laboratories and pharmaceutical companies existed, people were already using baking soda to clean wounds, soothe pain, and balance the body. Sodium bicarbonate is an alkaline compound, which means it helps to neutralize acids. Our bodies, especially as we age, often struggle with keeping a balanced pH level. That's where baking soda can come in. It supports this balance in a natural, gentle way. It is not a miracle drug, and it is not meant to replace professional medical care, but in the right situations, it can make a meaningful difference. It is important to understand the difference between baking soda and baking powder. Many people confuse the two. Baking soda is 100% sodium bicarbonate. Baking powder, on the other hand, is a combination of baking soda and additional acid salts. For the purposes of health and healing, we are only referring to pure baking soda. You see, our ancestors didn't have endless prescriptions and over-the-counter bottles lining the shelves. They relied on what they had, and often what they had worked. Baking soda was one of those trusted household staples. It was kept in the kitchen not just for baking, but also in the medicine cabinet, the laundry room, and even next to the bathtub. In many ways, baking soda is a symbol of a time when healing was simpler, when we trusted in the earth's natural tools. And today, as science begins to catch up, it is reaffirming what generations before us already knew. Baking soda is a gentle but powerful ally in our health journey. 2. Everyday healing, gentle relief for digestion. Let us begin with one of the most common struggles that nearly all of us face at some point: indigestion and heartburn. That uncomfortable burning feeling in the chest after a heavy meal can be more than just a nuisance. For some, it becomes a regular part of daily life. As we grow older, our digestive system changes, and our bodies produce less of the enzymes and acids needed to process food smoothly. Meals that once gave us pleasure may now leave us feeling uncomfortable or even in pain. This is where baking soda can offer natural support. Because it is an alkaline substance, baking soda can neutralize excess stomach acid, offering relief from heartburn, bloating, and acid reflux. And here is the best part. It does this using the very same ingredient that many commercial antacids rely on: sodium bicarbonate. Healthcare professionals often suggest a simple remedy: mix 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda into 2 full cups of water. Stir it well until the powder is completely dissolved. Then, Sip the solution slowly about 1 hour after eating. You do not need to rush. Just allow your body to absorb it gently. What is remarkable about this method is that it is both effective and inexpensive. For the cost of less than $1, a single box of baking soda can provide weeks of relief without the side effects of stronger medications and without the added ingredients found in many commercial antacids. Of course, it is important to remember that this remedy should be used occasionally, not daily, and not without guidance if you have underlying conditions like high blood pressure or kidney issues. Baking soda is high in sodium, and for some, that can be a concern. Still, when used wisely, it can be a comforting solution. Imagine finishing your favorite home-cooked meal without the fear of heartburn afterward. It is possible, and sometimes the answer has been sitting in your cabinet all along. 3. Oral health and the dignity of a pain-free smile. As we age, taking care of our teeth and mouth becomes more than just a routine. It becomes a matter of comfort, confidence, and dignity. Many older adults face challenges like sensitive gums, dry mouth, canker sores, and tooth discoloration. For those undergoing medical treatments such as chemotherapy, oral health can become especially difficult to manage. This is where baking soda can make a gentle yet powerful difference. Because of its natural antibacterial and alkaline properties, it can help fight harmful bacteria in the mouth while soothing irritation and reducing discomfort. It has been shown to target specific bacteria, such as Streptococcus mutans, which is known to cause tooth decay. Baking soda is also mildly abrasive, which means it can help clean the surface of the teeth and remove stains without damaging enamel. That is why many toothpaste brands include baking soda in their formulas, but you do not need to buy an expensive tube to get the benefits. You can make your own simple and effective mouth rinse at home. Just take 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/8 teaspoon of salt and dissolve them in a cup of warm water. Rinse your mouth gently for 30 seconds and then spit it out. This can be done up to 3 times a day, especially if you are experiencing mouth sores or irritation from medication. For stubborn canker sores, a paste made with just a small amount of baking soda and water can be applied directly to the sore. It may sting at first, but many people report significant relief within hours. One powerful study from the Sunnybrook Oral Health Clinic found that over 3,000 patients with persistent mouth sores experienced a 70% reduction in symptoms after regular use of baking soda rinses. These are not just numbers. They represent real people, just like you, who found comfort in something simple and accessible. When we are in pain, especially in a place as sensitive as the mouth, even the smallest relief can feel like a gift. And baking soda, with its soothing nature, offers just that. 4. Skin comfort. Relief you can feel. Our skin changes as we age. It becomes thinner, drier, and more sensitive to the world around us. What once was a simple bug bite or a rough patch of skin can now feel itchy, sore, or even painful. For many older adults, everyday irritations like eczema, insect bites, or cracked heels become regular struggles. This is where baking soda once again shows its quiet power. Thanks to its alkaline nature, baking soda helps to neutralize acids on the skin, calm inflammation, and provide quick, gentle relief from itching and irritation. If you have ever experienced the sharp sting of a mosquito bite or the uncomfortable tightness of dry, cracked elbows, you know just how distracting skin discomfort can be. A simple baking soda paste, made with only water and a small amount of baking soda, can be applied directly to the affected area. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes before gently rinsing it off. You may notice the relief almost immediately. For dry, rough patches of skin, especially on the elbows, knees, or feet, baking soda also acts as a natural exfoliant. Mix a small amount with water and gently massage it in circular motions. Then rinse and moisturize. This process removes dead skin cells and leaves the skin feeling smoother and more refreshed. Another little known benefit: baking soda has mild antifungal properties. That means it may help in managing certain fungal skin infections such as athlete's foot or ringworm. While it is not a replacement for prescription treatments, it can be a helpful supportive measure, especially in the early stages. What makes all of this even better is how safe and accessible it is. There are no long ingredient lists to read, no side effects to worry about for topical use, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Just a gentle, natural remedy that you can trust, one that fits into your routine without any stress. 5. Joint pain and inflammation. A surprising connection. If you wake up with stiffness in your knees or a dull ache in your hands, you're not alone. Joint pain and inflammation are among the most common complaints for adults over the age of 60. And while medications and therapies can help, wouldn't it be wonderful to find something simple that supports your body from within? In recent years, researchers have begun exploring a new use for baking soda, one that surprised even many in the medical field. It turns out that baking soda may help reduce inflammation throughout the body. This is especially important for people dealing with conditions like arthritis. A groundbreaking study published in the year 2018 found that when participants drank a baking soda solution regularly, their bodies shifted into a more anti-inflammatory state. Immune cells became less aggressive, and markers of inflammation began to drop. The method was simple. Participants mixed 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda into a glass of water and drank it once a day, preferably after a meal. Of course, and this is very important, this approach should only be tried under medical supervision, and especially for those with high blood pressure, heart disease, or kidney concerns. The reason is that baking soda contains a high level of sodium, which can affect blood pressure and fluid balance. It's not something to experiment with on your own, but under the right guidance, it could become part of a broader strategy to manage inflammation gently and naturally. What makes this especially interesting is that many people with joint pain also struggle with the side effects of medications: upset stomach, fatigue, or dizziness. Baking soda used correctly may offer a more supportive alternative for some. Imagine getting out of bed and standing up without that deep ache in your knees. Imagine walking through the garden with more ease, or holding your grandchild's hand without wincing in pain. Those moments matter, and while there is no magic pill, sometimes small choices add up to something powerful. 6. Kidney health and urinary tract support. Your kidneys are your body's natural filtration system. They work hard every day to clean your blood, balance your fluids, and remove waste. As we age, their function can become more delicate, especially for those with chronic kidney disease or related conditions. And here too, baking soda might offer some support. A clinical study published in the Journal of the American Society of Nephrology revealed that baking soda, taken as a supplement, may help slow the progression of chronic kidney disease. Participants who regularly took sodium bicarbonate showed a 36% reduced risk of progressing to kidney failure over a 2-year period. That's a powerful result from such a humble compound. How does it work? Baking soda helps neutralize the buildup of acids in the body. When the kidneys are not functioning at full strength, acid can begin to accumulate, leading to fatigue, muscle loss, and worsening kidney health. By helping to manage this acid load, baking soda may ease the burden on the kidneys. Again, and I must emphasize this, any internal use of baking soda for kidney support should be carefully monitored by your doctor. It is not safe for everyone, particularly those with sodium restrictions or who are taking certain medications. But the science is encouraging, and it points to a natural way to assist one of our body's most vital systems.
Another area where baking soda may offer relief is with urinary tract discomfort, something that affects women much more often than men. When the urine becomes too acidic, it can create a painful burning sensation and frequent urges to go. Some studies have shown that drinking baking soda mixed with water can help raise the pH of the urine, reducing discomfort and aiding recovery. This is not a cure for urinary tract infections, and it is not a replacement for antibiotics. But for those dealing with frequent irritation, especially after a doctor's treatment plan has already begun, baking soda may offer a little extra relief. The most important thing to remember is this: listen to your body. And never hesitate to talk to your doctor about integrating gentle, natural approaches into your care. Your body deserves both modern science and ancient wisdom, working together for your benefit.
7. Gentle energy and exercise recovery. Staying active is one of the best gifts we can give ourselves as we age. Whether it's a morning walk, tending to the garden, or dancing with your grandkids in the living room, movement keeps us young in spirit and strong in body. But let's be honest, as we get older, exercise can leave us feeling sore, tired, or stiff. That's where baking soda might surprise you again by helping the body recover more quickly from physical activity. You see, during intense or even moderate exercise, our muscles produce something called lactic acid. This is what creates that burning feeling during a workout and the soreness you might feel the next day. Baking soda, with its natural alkalinity, helps to neutralize that acid. In fact, athletes have used this technique, called bicarbonate loading, for decades to improve endurance and reduce muscle fatigue. Now, I'm not suggesting you need to start drinking baking soda before your morning walk. But if you're someone who enjoys being active and often feels sore afterward, there's a gentler way: a warm bath with baking soda. Try this. Fill your tub with warm water and add half a cup of baking soda. Soak your feet, or your whole body if you can, for 20 minutes. This not only helps draw out acids through the skin, but it also relaxes muscles and reduces inflammation. One small study even showed that soaking in baking soda after exercise helped reduce lactic acid buildup in the muscles. And more than that, many people find that it simply feels good, calming to the body, soothing to the mind. There's something incredibly healing about slowing down, soaking in warm water, and letting nature support your recovery. After all, staying active is not about pushing harder. It's about recovering smarter, so you can keep doing what you love without the pain that usually follows. 8. A new frontier. What cancer researchers are discovering. This next part is something I share with a quiet heart and deep respect. It's about cancer, a word that carries weight in so many families, including mine. And while I would never claim that baking soda is a cure, there is something hopeful happening in the world of medical research that you deserve to know about. Scientists have discovered that cancer cells thrive in acidic environments. The more acidic the tissue around a tumor, the easier it becomes for cancer cells to grow and spread. Here's where baking soda may play a role. By helping to raise the pH level around the tumor, creating an environment that's less friendly to cancer. In animal studies, researchers have found that when baking soda was taken orally in controlled doses, it was able to raise the pH of tumors without changing the pH of healthy tissue or blood. This could potentially slow the growth and spread of cancer cells. Let me be clear, this is not a cure, and it is not a replacement for chemotherapy, radiation, or any professional medical treatment. But it is part of a growing field of research that's exploring how the terrain around cancer can affect how it behaves. The idea is simple. If we can change the environment where cancer tries to grow, we may be able to help the body fight it more effectively. And baking soda, of all things, may play a small role in that effort. This research is still in the early stages, and most of it has been done in animal models. But it reflects something that many of us believe in our hearts, that sometimes the simplest things hold the greatest potential. If you or someone you love is walking the difficult path of cancer, please know you are not alone. And while baking soda is not a solution on its own, it is a reminder that healing is not always about doing more. Sometimes it is about supporting the body in small, thoughtful ways and never losing hope. 9. Safety first when not to use baking soda. Now that we've explored so many wonderful uses for baking soda, we need to talk about something just as important: knowing when not to use it. Because even natural remedies can have side effects, especially if we use them without understanding how they work. Baking soda contains sodium, a lot of it. Just 1 teaspoon holds more than 1,200 milligrams of sodium. That's more than half the recommended daily amount for some people, especially older adults who are managing high blood pressure or heart conditions. If you have any kind of heart issue, kidney disease, or if you are on a sodium-restricted diet, you must talk to your doctor before using baking soda internally. Even though it feels gentle and safe, the sodium it contains can put extra strain on your heart and your kidneys. Here are some important safety guidelines. Never take more than 3½ teaspoons in a single day. If you are over the age of 60, limit yourself to no more than 1½ teaspoons per day. Do not take baking soda when your stomach is completely full. Do not drink it quickly. Always sip it slowly. Do not use it for more than 2 weeks without medical supervision. Also, avoid taking baking soda within 2 hours of any medications. It can interfere with how those medicines are absorbed and how well they work. And for women who are pregnant or breastfeeding, baking soda should only be used internally if your healthcare provider says it is safe. Signs that you've taken too much include nausea, stomach pain, vomiting, or feeling lightheaded. In rare cases, it can even cause seizures or heart rhythm problems. If any of these happen, stop immediately and seek medical help. This may sound like a lot of caution, and it should, because while baking soda can be a powerful friend, it must be treated with the same respect you would give any other treatment. You deserve to feel better, but not at the cost of your safety. Wisdom in the simple things. My friend, if you've made it here to the end of this video, I want to thank you. Truly. It means you care about your health, about your body, about understanding the things that may seem small, but often turn out to be quite powerful. We live in a world that moves fast, that sells solutions in fancy packages, that tells us healing has to be expensive, complicated, or new. But sometimes the answers we need have been sitting quietly on our shelves for years, in a small orange box marked baking soda. This isn't about rejecting modern medicine. It's about remembering that the body has wisdom, that nature has wisdom, and that there is still great value in the old ways. In the simple things, your grandparents probably used baking soda, not because they had no other choice, but because it worked. And maybe, just maybe, they were onto something we're only now starting to understand again. Whether you're using baking soda to ease your digestion, to soothe your skin, to care for your mouth, or to support your overall well-being, I hope you feel empowered to do so with thoughtfulness and care. Not everything works for everyone, but every one of us deserves the chance to feel better, to feel stronger, and to feel more at peace in our own bodies. And here's something else I'd like you to remember. You are not alone on this journey. So many of us are searching for relief, for energy, for comfort. And the more we share what we've learned from science, from life, from each other, the more we all benefit. So I would love to hear from you. Have you used baking soda in your life for health or healing? What has worked for you? Leave a comment below and share your story. You never know who you might help just by opening up. And if this video brought you clarity, comfort, or even just a moment of curiosity, please share it with someone you care about. A neighbor, a sibling, a friend who could use a gentle reminder that healing doesn't always come in a bottle. Until next time, stay kind to your body. Stay open to nature's quiet gifts. And above all, stay well. I'll see you in the next video.